All right. I think I should start this evening's video off by pointing out that, I made a mistake. If you can imagine that, I've made a few of them um, in the short time that I've had this channel on the go. So, when other people make mistakes, I don't know, I actually take some comfort in that and relax and don't feel bad if you make one. And I'm going to try not to feel too bad about this one. But yeah, I thought um, mistakenly that the NHL did not actually have overtime until I think I said 1982 in a prior video. And today, when I was going through the 1924-25 season, I saw OT next to several games. Now, I've gone through the exact same list of schedule and results before on hockeyreference.com, again, several times. And so I don't know how I did not notice it until now. But, that being as it is, it turns out that actually prior to 1942, when for wartime restrictions, games had overtime removed from them, the NHL actually played a single 10-minute overtime period from its inception in 1917 until the aforementioned year 1942. And it was only, and then after the war and with the original six play, because 42 would have coincided actually with the first season of the original six. And so from 42 until 83, actually 83, I said 82 yesterday, but it's actually, I was guessing at it when I was saying it, but it was actually 83. So it was for the 83-84 NHL season that they brought it back in, at that time a 5-minute overtime, playing 5-on-5. And of course, now we have the mess that we have today, in my opinion, with the shootout and things like that. I mean, it's fun, but anyway, no need for opinionated talk at this time. This is going to be, as it would have been historically, a straight 10-minute overtime between the Hamilton Tigers and the Montreal Maroons. As you can see here, the score is 0-0. The reason why I did not upload this game the other night after flipping through it, and when I say flipping through, I was also experimenting. I was using all the fast action cards for a period and just flipping through all of them. This is the result that I got. I don't necessarily fault the game for that, because historically this was a scoreless game after 40. It was only in period 3 when the Hamilton Tigers scored a couple of goals. So, I mean, conceivably, if it can be scoreless through 40, I think it's not all that far-fetched at all, really, just to think that a game could be scoreless for an additional 20 minutes. So a couple of notes for this one, actually breaking with history a little bit. Clint Benedict was injured in that game against Boston, the Maroons' first game, in this game, not historically. So he's out for another game, and so defenseman slash backup goaltender Duncan Monroe has had the net, and I mean, so far you can't really do any better job than that with it. Hasn't really had an impact on this game, but yeah, it's it's scoreless after 60, but I am for the OT. I am actually going to use these dice here. I'm going to go back to how I was doing things before. I think, again, this is an older era. Scoring was harder to come by. The league leader in assists, actually, for the 1924-25 NHL season had a whopping 17 assists in 30 games. So things were just tracked a lot differently then. This is a different era, thus it would have been harder to find data, to find information for this era. So I guess another quick note here too, Hamilton actually on record only, on NHL.com I should specify, only had one defenseman in the lineup. I think it was this guy, Jesse Spring. Here I'm going to have a couple that are listed here positionally at defense, Langlois and McKinnon. They are both right defensemen, but I'm pretty sure Cam Randall would have played up front for this game, or maybe I based that on the fact that, the scoring in the game. I think. Anyway, I don't want to get more things wrong, so I should be careful. Jesse Spring, what he's going to do is alternate, and so I'm going to take one of these guys off. Basically, it'll go Langlois and then McKinnon, and then maybe say Spring and McKinnon, and then it'll be Langlois and Spring. And I'm going to alternate in that way. Each roster actually only has 9 skaters for this one. Hamilton, I think, historically only iced 9 for this one. And then again, with the Maroons, it's just because of that injury to goaltender Clint Benedict. So, once again, just before puck drop here, I just want to repeat that the reason why I'm doing this actually is because, I mean, the other night, again, this was a scoreless tie. And so this is going to be a 10-minute overtime. I have half the number of action cards or fast action cards that I normally would for this one. And I see that it's coming up on the 5-minute mark. So I think the 5-minute intermission is over after period three, let's say, and yeah, 5-minute break or whatever. And so it's time to actually get things going on this game. So we're going to roll for the face-off here. Rothschild up against Billy Birch. And with an 82, that's going to be... let's see here. That'll be the lower face-off usage, so it's going to go to Rothschild. And, oops, let me spin these around. This is to the center, so Rothschild himself is going to go back to Jerry Monroe. Jerry Monroe over to left defenseman. That is George Carroll for shot on goal A. Carroll's going to decline the shot. And the second highest assist rating on the team, which again, assist ratings were pretty negligible in the era. Second highest assist rating going to be Rothschild again. Rothschild over to Louis Berlinguet for shot on goal B. Berlinguet, I think, did he score in the game? Anyway, it doesn't matter whether he did or not. I'm going to give him a chance here with shot on goal B. With a 17, that's not going to work, so we flip for the rebound. Offense, shooter for shot on goal A plus 1d6 or a 3. I'm going to go A plus 3, so he has a 1 to 8 this time. And this time it's a 72, so we're going to look at the rebound once again here. It says puck frozen in a face-off, so I think here it's OT. I'm going to do a quick forward change. I might regret that because they can't really score. But anyway, it is what it is. Again, it was a low-scoring game historically and obviously here. So we're going to have another draw. This time it'll be Francis Kane of Montreal up against Mickey Roach there in Hamilton. And with the 88, it's going to be lower rating. That's going to be Mickey Roach with the puck here for the Tigers. So Roach with it. And then it says offside and a face-off. So we'll have another quick face-off here. This time 76, it's Roach's puck once again. And to the two highest assist rating skaters over to left wing, we're going to give it to Bouchard for a shot on goal B. Bouchard will look for better. Let's see, Bouchard over to Cam Randall. Over to Mickey Roach for a shot on goal B. Roach with just a 1 to 3 here. And that's a 19, so the rebound, defensive right defenseman, Jerry Monroe now with the puck for the Maroons. And actually, I should look to make a defense change here shortly. It says here, to right wing, that's Ganton Scott. Over to the center, high shot on goal C rating for a shot on goal C. They're all 1 for the shot on goal C, so I think I'm just going to give it to Francis Kane. And actually what I'll do here, I'll put Fred Lowry on in place of... we'll put him on in place of George Carroll. And we'll do the same thing here. Jesse Spring will replace Charlie Langlaw. We'll try it like that. And so Francis Kane with the puck. I'm going to flip another action card here, and it just says icing and a face-off. So I think, again, a few cards have been flipped. Why not put our top scorers back out here, guys who would have seen a little more ice time probably normally, though not always anyway. And let's see, face-off. Face-off, 38. That's going to be the higher face-off usage in this case. Billy Birch for the Tigers with the puck. And Birch is going to get it across Shorty Green, across to Red Green, back to Billy Birch for a shot on goal A. Birch shot on goal A, that's a 44. Rebound, offensive right defenseman Alex McKinnon with the puck. McKinnon looking to play a big hit by the defender. So Louis Berlinguet smokes Alex McKinnon. I'm going to have to roll for an injury here, actually. With an 81, there will be no injury on the play, so I'm actually just going to play it to Berlinguet has laid a big hit on Alex McKinnon. He's going to have the puck now. Again, that may or may not be in line with the rules. That's just how I've been playing it, so I want to keep consistent to that at least. Now it says here, puck stolen by a defender, so a bit of a skirmish here. Check for a penalty here, mid-ice skirmish, and 33. Sorry, I had to grab the charts. So we're looking at visitor penalty, unless there's a coincidental. And 82 for the roll, 82. So the fourth highest hooking minor. Let's see, fourth highest penalty rating here for the visitor would be, and Jesse Spring is on the ice right now, so it could be him. 27, 22, 3, 16, 3. Actually, it's a tie between Birch and Jesse Spring. So I said Birch's name first, the two there, that's, in the first half of a 1 to 6 roll. So I'm going to say Birch here with the penalty, and then I have to check the opponent penalty rating. Only 1, so Montreal gets away with 1 here. I will count out 6 cards. Again, I play this a little differently. I don't use the random, I don't take random numbers from here except for to see whether or not a goaltender saved a shot on target. That's the only time that I use those. So I should actually, clarify and qualify this right off the top that this is sort of my own little nuanced way of playing this game that I do. Anyway, So, and there were no delayed penalties in 1924. So just assume we have a face off again. I think maybe now Jesse Spring. I mean, as much as I want to leave Alex McKinnon on there, they've been on all overtime periods so far. So I'm going to go with Carroll and Lowry for the Maroons, Langlaw and Jesse Spring for the Hamilton Tigers. And whoops, I should probably. I'll just straight up throw. Was it Birch? Yes, it was Birch. Birch is going to the box. So face off here. And that's a 49-49. So we'll say Shorty Green takes the draw against Sam Rothschild. Green with the 0. I should have put red up, but I already said Shorty. Green with a 0 face-off rating of 49, so it's going to go to Rothschild. And let's see what the power play team can do with it. Let's see, it's going to go back to George Carroll. Up to Louis Berlinget. Goodness, cross ice to center. For a shot on goal B for Rothschild on the power play. I think he'll probably look for better. And it says here, choice of 2 skaters, second highest shot on goal B rating for a shot on goal B. Second highest shot on goal B rating, that is still actually Sam Rothschild. So I don't think I want to flip for the rebound. Let's see. They're going to maintain possession off the glass, left defense and right defense. Up to the right wing for a shot on goal C. Punch Broadbent. My goodness. Stolen by defense with the best defense rating. So now the Maroons are paying for their tentativeness here with man advantage. Goodness, I'm in trouble speaking. Need another sip. All right, Charlie Langlaw with the puck here with the Tigers shorthanded. Says to the left wing and then center. There is no center, but back to the right defenseman for a shot on goal B. I think Spring will try to hold on to it here. And actually, yeah, blown penalty, blown power play opportunity there by the Montreal Maroons. And it says here, rebound offensive right wing. So actually, wait, sorry, I'm looking at the action. That's right. To the right defense for a shot on goal A this time instead of a B. Okay. Well, I think Jesse Spring is definitely going to take that. He only has 1-2 on it, but with a 72, that's not going to work. So anyway, we play on, we flip and look at the rebound. Offensive center. Billy Birch is out of the box now. He'll stay on the ice. Left defense, right wing to left wing for a shot on goal A. It's going to be Red Green here with a shot on goal A and OT. And with a 99, that's not going to work, so we roll on. We have, let's see here. Pass from assist 5+, left wing right defenseman to the center for a shot on goal A. Billy Birch is going to tee off. Birch with a 13, actually, so I am going to have to flip and look for Monroe to see whether or not he made the save. With a 25, I'm looking at Monroe home, 2-67. Indeed, he does. We're going to have a save and a face-off. Probably have to get these guys off. Although, I mean, only a few cards left to flip. Probably just a few cards. And we'll take Jesse Spring off. We'll take Fred Lowry off. And we're going to put on, the Maroons, just for a breather, basically. Maroons second line there and the Tigers second forward line. So, again, each of these rosters only had 9 skaters. We're going to have a draw now between Kane and Mickey Roach. And with the 82, that's going to go to the inferior face-off taker, which would be Mickey Roach. To anyone, 2+ assist skater to the highest value for shot on goal C. Roach isn't going to bother with that. Again, I know it's OT, but he's not going to score on that. Pass intercepted, stolen by defense, best defense value. That one I should get clarification on. I'm going to go with the highest defense rating for the time being. I'm going to say that Jerry Monroe intercepted the puck. Monroe with the puck now for Montreal. Off the skate to the highest assist rating to the right wing for a shot on goal A. Too bad that's Ganton Scott, not Punch Broadbent. He'll roll for the heck of it, Scott with a 32, so I'm going to flip for the rebound here. Puck stuck in goalie's equipment, puck frozen face-off. To be quite honest, I was hoping for a face-off there anyway. Just a few cards to go. Let's get our top guns back out here. There were, and again, maybe I should be careful in saying this, but I did go through the schedule and results again for the season. There was one scoreless tie. There was a single scoreless tie. I want to say it was Hamilton and Ottawa. Do not quote me on that at this point. And it was December 17th of 1924. And it was the only 0-0 tie of that season. Keep in mind, this was a shortened season. 30 games for 6 teams, so 90 games total. Anyway, we're going to have one more face-off here. Let's see. That's no 4. See, that we could use that actually on a shot. But that means that, that's going to be the higher face-off usage, Billy Birch, since they're evenly rated. So Billy Birch with the puck here. Shorty Green's going to pick up the puck, though, and get it across to Red Green. Back to Charlie Langlaw for a shot on goal A. Not the ideal shot taker for that. With the 39, they might regret not looking for better. Rebound, puck frozen in a face-off. There is just one more card here, so let's have a quick draw here. Seconds remaining in the contest here in OT. And 42, that means Billy Birch once again with the puck. Let's see what Hamilton can get here. To the center, it's going to go back to Alex McKinnon over to Charlie Langlois for a shot on goal B. So about a 3% chance here of ending this game with a goal. 47, no dice. So there you have it. It's still a scoreless tie here in OT. I do have another game that's tied at 1, actually. So now that I found out, good thing I found this out as soon as I did, actually. Or else there could be a whole bunch of. I mean, there could still conceivably be ties. This one still ended up tied. So yeah, 0-0 is the final score here between the Maroons and Hamilton Tigers. I want to say the Maroons are still undefeated, but they still have to play that OT against the Boston Bruins to see whether or not that is in fact the case, because their game ended in a 1-1 tie, but I did conclude that game after 60 minutes. So I'll be back. The Maroons will be on this side and the Boston Bruins will be over here, and I'll play OT for that game. Bye for now.